The Young and the Restless Spoilers. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a spectacularly chaotic day in the soap universe, and we are absolutely living for it. Grab your iced coffees and strap in, because we have a mountain of tea to spill and I am vibrating with excitement. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking right now. Wait, we need to talk about this now because my soul has actually left my body. I am filming this while literally running errands. I'm in the Target parking lot, straight up hyperventilating over my steering wheel because I just witnessed the most insane, world-ending tea ever on The Young and the Restless. Bestie, be for real right now. Did that just happen? I am genuinely unwell. I was mid-skincare last night, smeared charcoal mask all over my expensive white rug. And I literally had to yeet my phone across the room because I could not handle the sheer audacity of what Jack Abbott just pulled off. I am physically vibrating from the sheer gravity of these events. I mean, we are not just watching this show anymore, we are invested. Like, I am personally offended by the villains and totally living for what our central character just did. Talk to the camera like these people are our real-life neighbors. Honey, Jack Abbott is my neighbor in my head, and I am spiraling over his choices. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Okay, so we all know Jack has been dealing with the literal apocalypse lately, right? Between Diane going missing and waking up in that terrifying barred room, and Patty Williams blackmailing him for yacht recreation sex, which is honestly so unhinged. I want to bleach my brain just thinking about it. The Abbott patriarch has been going through it. And don't even get me started on the vibes of Dr. Lawrence Markham helping Patty kidnap Abby and Dominic to torture Ashley. The stakes are astronomical. So, when Jack ended up in that hospital bed, basically looking like he was on death's door, unconscious and in absolute agony, I was like, send help, the Abbott King is going down. I genuinely thought the stress had finally taken him out. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on. He looked genuinely terrible. The monitors were beeping that slow, terrifying beep, and the lighting in that hospital room was giving major end of an era cinematic mayhem. Actually, side note, why do soap hospitals always have that weird, blue-tinted, dramatic lighting? It makes everyone look like a Cullen from Twilight. It's a very specific aesthetic choice, and I am obsessed but also terrified by it. Anyway, snapping back, so there's Jack, allegedly slipping away into the light, looking so pale and defeated. And who slithers into the room like the absolute menaces they are? Patty Williams and Dr. Lawrence Markham. They are officially on my do not proceed list. I am so done with them. They have been hiding so well, acting like they are the smartest, most untouchable villains in Genoa City history. They genuinely thought they outsmarted everyone. Markham has that smug, creepy little smile on his face, you know the one. It makes you want to throw a heavy object at your screen. And Patty. Oh, Patty is straight up vibrating with that delusional, obsessive energy she always has when she's near Jack. I'm literally hyperventilating right now just remembering the suspense of this scene. Patty creeps up to the bed, and she pulls out this massive syringe. Bestie, a poison syringe. A literal lethal injection, in a modern hospital. Where is the security? It's giving major I cannot even energy. She's standing over Jack, probably whispering some twisted, romanticized garbage in her head about how if she can't have him, nobody can, or how she's putting her true love out of his misery. And Markham is just standing there in the background, smiling like a proud demon who just won the evil lottery. The sheer audacity of these two, I was screaming into my pillow. I genuinely thought Jack was about to get lethally injected on a random Tuesday. My heart was pounding so fast I thought I was going to need my own hospital bed. But wait, hold on, I should have mentioned this earlier, but Jack Abbott is not just some random guy. He is a silver fox, a legacy CEO, a man who has gone toe-to-toe with Victor Newman for decades. How could Markham and Patty be so dense? Did they really think they could outsmart a literal Abbott? This man plays 4D chess while they are playing checkers in the dirt. The sheer audacity to think Jack wouldn't have a plan. I mean, Tracy Abbott just literally interrogated Patty the other day, ripping her a new one to find Diane. You really think the Abbotts were just going to lie down and take this? No, Jack is a mastermind, and I am so mad at myself for even doubting him for a single second. I should have known that a man who has survived countless corporate takeovers and family betrayals would never just fade away in a hospital bed without a fight. As Patty lowers the needle, right as the poison is about to pierce his skin, the entire room explodes into cinematic mayhem. The doors burst open. It's the police. Cops are swarming the room like a tactical strike force, guns drawn, shouting orders. And Jack Abbott, his eyes snap open. He doesn't gasp. He doesn't panic. He doesn't look confused. He literally sits up in the hospital bed and starts laughing. A deep, booming, victorious, belly laugh. I am deceased. My soul has ascended to the astral plane. He was faking it. He was faking the entire thing. The unconsciousness, the pain, the near-death agony. It was all a massive, elaborate trap. He looks right at them, with this absolute boss energy, and yells, "You've been fooled." I screamed. I literally screamed so loud my neighbor's dog started barking. A high-octane psychological masterpiece. Jack used his own body, his own fake vulnerability, as bait to lure these rats out of the walls. I am spiraling over his choices, but in the best way possible. The man deserves an Oscar, an Emmy, a Grammy. Give him all the awards. I was screaming, "Yes, King," and them, while jumping up and down in my living room. This specific betrayal of their expectations personally attacked my soul with how brilliant it was. The cops immediately tackle the situation, and it is pure, unfiltered chaos. They grab Markham, wiping that smug, disgusting, arrogant little smile right off his face, and they slap the handcuffs on him so fast his head probably spun. Then they grab Patty, the screaming, the thrashing. Patty is probably losing her absolute mind, her delusional fantasy completely shattered in real time. To be handcuffed right in front of the man she is obsessively in love with, while he laughs at her total defeat. That is poetic justice, besties. That is cinema at its absolute peak. I am straight up obsessed with the karma of it all. Let's dissect this tea for a second because my brain is visibly buffering. Think about the mental fortitude it takes to lie perfectly still, pretending to be comatose. Knowing a deranged woman with a history of poisoning people. Shout out to Summer Newman's traumatic childhood. We haven't forgotten. Is standing over you with a lethal injection. Jack's heart rate must have been ice cold. He is a stone cold boss. He had to trust that the cops would burst in at the exact right millisecond before Patty pumped him full of whatever toxic cocktail she cooked up. The absolute unhinged bravery of this man. I am clutching my chest because I am literally too unwell to handle the gravity of his big brain energy. And Patty, oh Patty, we need to talk about the sheer embarrassment of her arc right now. She really thought she was the main character of this twisted romance. She thought she had Jack cornered with the Diane photos, the blackmail, the kidnapping of Abby and Dominic. She thought she was holding all the cards and pulling all the strings. To realize that Jack was literally playing her the entire time, that he viewed her as nothing more than a pest he needed to trap. Her villain arc just went nuclear, but in the most humiliating way possible. She thought she was the predator, but she was just the cheese in Jack Abbott's mousetrap. And don't even get me started on Dr. Markham. The man has been holding Diane hostage in a padded room, gaslighting everyone, teaming up with Patty to terrorize Ashley, who, by the way, is probably going to skin him alive once she finds out where Abby and Dominic are. Markham's hubris was his downfall. He thought because he's a doctor, he's the smartest guy in the room. He thought he could outmaneuver the billionaire class of Genoa City. But he walked right into a soap opera trap. 101. To see him in handcuffs, realizing his entire medical career and criminal empire just evaporated because he underestimated a dying man. Injected into my veins, I am living for his downfall. Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. The cops have them in cuffs, but the scene ends on this massive cliffhanger, and I am straight up panicking again. Are they actually going to jail? Will they escape? Because let's be real, the Genoa City Police Department is basically useless 90% of the time. I am manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update. What if Patty has a backup plan? What if Markham has a cyanide pill or a secret accomplice waiting in the hospital hallway? I am literally shaking at the thought that they might slip out of those cuffs before they even make it to the precinct. Oh my God. And what about the hostages? Did I say that yet? My brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, what about Diane, Abby, and Dominic? Did Jack get them to confess where the hostages are before the cops drag them away? Because if Patty goes to jail without giving up the location, Ashley is going to literally burn Genoa City to the ground. I'm calling it right now. Ashley's feral mother bear arc is about to go nuclear if she doesn't get her baby and grandbaby back. Jack won this battle, and it was a legendary victory, but the war is so far from over. I am physically vibrating from the sheer gravity of these events. This situation is now my entire personality and I am not okay. I have to go rewatch that scene of Jack laughing at them at least 50 times, the way he just laid there, looking so helpless, only to pull the ultimate no reverse card. I'm tearing up just thinking about the sheer perfection of it. I am going to need 3 to 5 business days to recover from this emotional train wreck. It is a messy and filtered emotional train wreck, and I am the conductor. I am genuinely considering calling out of work tomorrow because my grip on reality is slipping. How am I supposed to answer emails when Jack Abbott is out here playing mind games with poison-wielding maniacs? Besties, I have to go finish my errands, but I am literally too unwell to function. I am going to be staring blankly at the produce section thinking about Jack Abbott's fake coma. Let me know in the comments if you are also hyperventilating over Jack's mastermind move. Do we think Patty and Markham are going to rot in a cell, or are they breaking out by Friday? Manifesting justice for Diane, Abby, and Dominic. I love you guys. Stay chaotic, and I'll see you in the next breakdown.